All right, getting everything ready. We the sound's turned down. We're going live on Facebook. Close these other windows. Close that foolishness. Close some more foolishness. That's what I'm doing. Oh, okay. It is today. It is October 31st, aka Halloween. So happy Halloween. I am immensely tired. Lucas went out to the church that his grandparents go to, and I go to sometimes. And they had, and I kid you not when I say this, it felt like it was 8,000 people out there, and like a million pieces of candy. And they were giving out tons of candy. It was crazy, and oh my God. And we only got like halfway through because it was so crazy. And Lucas is like, I'm ready to go. Oh my God, I'm ready to go. And I'm like, I am with you, Playboy, to the utmost. So that was our plan. We did it. We didn't go to the neighborhood this year. We went out and about, and it was a lot of people. A lot of people. I mean, I was very impressed how many people did it. But I'm like, man, I am done. I am back at home. I'm tired. I didn't even prepare for today's transparency agenda. You know, I thought maybe I'll come home and I'll do something. I'm like, nope, not anything. So this is going to be very, very quick, very, very light. It's Halloween, man. Come on. All right, so if it's Halloween, then let me give you my big pitch. And I'll talk about one thing that I've done that is Halloween related, but I consider it to be good all times of the year. Obsidian Apocalypse. If you don't know, Obsidian Apocalypse is, well, I could say mine. The setting I originally wrote for another setting called Obsidian Twilight. And Obsidian Twilight was basically, originally was spun from, if you didn't know this is, okay, let's go all the way back. A long time ago, I kept saying, God, I can't stand elves, because I don't like elves. I'm like, elves are like Nazis, man. They fit every qualification for what a Nazi would be. So I'm like, geez, I wish I'd love to do a cool world with, like, elves, but make them Nazis, you know? Elven Nazis. That would be cool. And I kept saying, well, you know, what would be even cooler than that? What's cooler than, you know, elven Nazis? And then I was like, oh, snap. The only thing cooler than elven Nazis would be undead elven Nazis. So I did this whole world. I built it off that whole concept, and I had the whole thing together. Dwarves and gnomes had basically been pushed back to this one location of an island that was pretty beat up, and then like elves and half elves were basically either undead Nazis or like half dead. So the whole gimmick would be like, you know, you'd fight so you could die so you could become an undead, because that was at the higher caste level. But, you know, if you weren't born that way, you weren't going to be that. So you had that going on. Plus all the humans. So the humans, actually the dwarves, gnomes, and halflings were on the big iron mountain in this island in the middle of the sea, while humans and half orcs were turned into slaves and food. So it was just, you know, that was how it was. And it was that was the whole purpose. It was just that whole setup like that. And from there, I kept branching out saying, ooh, what else would I like to do? 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 So out of that, we kept spinning. And then we got Obsidian Twilight, which basically was our, you know, if we're going to do a horror setting, how would we do it really well? And what kind of horror setting we'd like to do? And, you know, Obsidian Twilight is a good attempt of doing something right out of the basket. And it was rough. I mean, it was rough. It really was very rough. It had a lot of good ideas. It had a lot of bad ideas. But, you know, I was happy with the product as a whole. One of the actually more interesting pieces about it, if you look at the cover for Obsidian Twilight, the person who did the cover for that, Jason Rainville, has gone on to be a very big guy in publishing, especially in art. It was very kind of him to do the piece they did. Also, the original piece that it was done on was based off of, let me see, can I find it? Can I find it quickly? It's the X-Men cover. No, ooh, look at that. It was not an X-Men cover. It was a Wildcats cover. Jeez, this is going to be really, really sad if I can get this out pretty well. See, I thought this was going to be a boring show. It was a Jim Lee cover for Wildcats, and it was cover number, oh, there it is, boom. Cover number 7 for Wildcats. Now I got to put this in there. See, what you all people do, you make me find these things, and I got to write them in the thing. Ugh. And if you remember, Wildcats is a lovely Image Comics that came out a long time ago that was an interesting idea that kind of fell apart, but whatever, that's not important. So the cover was based off that image, and I was like, "Ooh, I really like that image. It really worked very well. I thought it was a cool image," and we kind of did a variation of it. So Jason did a variation of it. So boom, you see that cover. If you see the cover, now you know. And that's right. If you guys didn't know this for some reason, I do that a lot. I like turning covers that I do stuff into stuff that you'll see. What's that? Oh, sorry, two. So I'm looking for the other cover that I did. Let's see, for Obsidian Apocalypse. So I can show you that one too. It's important that you see this stuff. You should be like, "Oh my God, Lewis, I didn't even notice." I'm like, "Of course you didn't notice. I make cool stuff. You hide stuff in the right in front of you. That's what I'm supposed to do here." Oh, girl, boom. I'm trying to find this real quick so you can see it. Yeah, there it is. Boom. I did the number of it. I don't have the number for it. That's kind of when I can find a cover with a number on it. Oh, jeez. It's never easy. It's never easy when you do stuff. All right. That's not important. What is important is, so we did the whole thing with Obsidian Twilight. It came out. It was really, people liked it a lot, but I really didn't think we went far enough in the actual development of it. I thought it was a good idea. Executed okay, not in a bad way, but definitely, it could have been better. It could have been much better. So I was like, what could I do? What could I do? What could I do? So we also made some stuff for Obsidian Twilight. We put it out there available, and people, and we got, we relatively got pretty good reviews. It's like right now at RPG Now, it has 17 reviews. When the average review is, what's the exact? 3.6 out of 5. So it's not bad reviews. It's actually, it's a silver popular seller. It's also available on sale. It's relatively cheap. You can pick it up now, today, which I think is the last day you can pick it up, for $1.35 as a PDF. It's a great one. It's 168 pages. It's pretty impressive. It's a good, solid thing. You will not feel that you've been ripped off with it. And it is a really cool piece. And out of that, we developed Obsidian Apocalypse, which is a little more detailed. Initially, as part of our Kickstarter, we did, but Obsidian Apocalypse is really. Oops, I should go back there real quick. I just realized I did something stupid. Obsidian Apocalypse, really, you could call it a sequel to this, kind of. But some stuff we added to Obsidian Apocalypse instead of Obsidian Twilight was pretty open-ended, and we left it kind of vague. We didn't even include a map initially, because I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to do a map, and there was a whole bunch of stuff going on with that. This was like one of those things I did in a fluke, and it developed its own mind and became something else. And kind of out of that, we got Obsidian Apocalypse. And Obsidian Apocalypse was kind of, initially I was planning to do it like a very similar thing to Obsidian Twilight, but then I realized I couldn't do that. It just didn't work the same way. It just didn't function that way. So we had to make some fundamental changes, and basically turned it from being an actual one campaign setting to technically four. It's like 4 toolkit setting templates that you could use on any stuff. So you got a setting. So the 4 we did Infernus Risen, which angels and demons have been brought to this world battling, versus elder gods. Oh, sorry, World of Elder Gods. The meteor that crashes in the planet caused all this big havoc. Oh, I forgot to mention that part. I'll tell you all this, and I'll tell you about the meteor. The meteor is actually a prison for unusual monsters that breaks open escape in the world. Pandemic contagion, a super powerful virus begins infecting and mutating and killing people all over the world. And then the world of the undead rise, typical what you expect. All right, so one of the big changes we made is that we said that a big, large meteor, so basically there's this whole world of Abaddon existed, and this large meteor that's basically necromantic energy crashes into the planet and causes this massive destruction of magic and stuff, and it turns it into a really horrible, horrible setting. And all these toolkits and stuff you can put on your settings. You can put one or all of them or whatever, how you want to mix and match on any setting you have and play it like that. So we kind of built that for that. And we made some pretty impressive races and some cool stuff. And Obsidian Apocalypse is one of my favorite things I've done as a professional game designer. The idea, I think, was solid. I think it came even better when people actually saw it. It's an awesome piece. I don't think we have a book version here, because actually I think the book version is on Amazon. You can find it on Amazon. But like the PDF is available now. The PDF is also on sale. It's $8.27. I think today's the last day you can get it. We've had 6 reviews of it, and it has a 4.8 review on it. Enzegeist gave us one of my favorite reviews on it. He actually, which I thought was kind of cool. He said basically it needed 2 reviews because initially it's kind of said like it's like a campaign world, but it's not. And it basically good to give us what I thought was one of our coolest moments was like, it's just my final vertical clocking at 5 stars in the seal of approval. And since I didn't manage to get the review done in 2013, this is going to be one of my top candidates for 2014. And I was like, wow. And that was the first time we ever got that from him ever. And, this book was an amazing book. Rich Redmond really saved us on this book. He did a lot of hard work. Hey, Alan, what's going on? He did a lot of hard work on this, and it was really, really awesome. And so if you're looking to play horror, I cannot suggest this book enough. It is an amazing book. There's amazing stuff. You will not get tired of this book if you want to do horror. This book is awesome. Yeah, I'll put a link in so everybody can pick it up. It is truly, and okay, I'm going to say this, and some people will be like, shocked and surprised. Not really, but I'll make it sound like it. When we built this, I said, I wish I could do a product for Halloween. I've never really done a good horror product because usually when it comes to horror products, I'm always like, I don't know, maybe horror is a tough thing, and it's one of those things that I think we did it perfect. I mean, just awesomely perfect. I'm not gonna lie, awesomely perfect. It was a great piece. Everything was great, including, which I'm gonna talk about now since I was mentioning it before, the cover. So I had an idea what I wanted the cover to look like, but I didn't have an idea for a cover. So I kept saying, what am I going to do for a cover? I really need a good cover. I would like to see a really cool cover of this thing. What would be a cool cover for this? And I kept looking at comic books, of course, to get ideas from. And then out of the blue, this came to me, and it's like, wow, this is perfect. DC redid a series for themselves called Earth 2. It's for a spinoff from their whole big change. And one of the covers, and I think this is Earth 2 Volume 1, number 4. I think it's number 4. The cover's number 4. Don't quote me on it, but I think it's number 4. And the cover was done by Ivan Reis, who's a well-known artist for. Now I got to write Ivan's name. Jeez. And now the phone falls over too. See, this is why it's awesome doing a live show with your phone. So Ivan Reis, and I got to write his name, did this cover, and it's an awesome cover. When I saw it, I was like, I love that cover. So basically, I'm gonna put the link in here so you guys don't have to worry about it, and you can actually see it later if you want to. The cover is of Hawk Girl, but it's Hawk Girl from Earth 2, so she looks a little slightly different, and she's shooting 2 pistols while these zombies, and that's when undead, are crawling up on her shooting these 2 guns. So I was like, I love this picture. I would love to do this picture just like this for Obsidian Apocalypse, which I did. So we basically did the exact same picture. The setup is the physical same. One of our characters is Exalted, which are half human, half celestial, aka angels. She's armed with 2 crossbows, and she's firing on undead with the same kind of pose. And it's a great picture. It's really a great picture. It's like, wow. This picture sets up what the setting's about. And it's one of those moments where I, as a publisher, am proud to say when people look at the picture, they're going to say, holy cow, that's awesome. And, that's what I think. I'm very proud of that. It's good work. It's a great cover. She looks worried, even with these undead with tons of arrows in their faces. They're still pulling down on her. She's got cuts on her. It's just a good piece. It's really a good piece. It came out very, very well. I'm proud of it. I'm very proud of it. It's an awesome piece. It was an awesome piece to use. The thing we used for inspiration that came across very, very well. So once again, if you are a fan of art like I am, and as always, you can swing by our Patreon page. Not Patreon, good Lord. Wait, I'm having a brain fart because I can't remember it. Pinterest. Whew, that was kind of crazy for a second. Swing by our Pinterest page, and you can check it out and see a lot of the art we did. Ivan Reis, who I think is a really cool artist on this, I think worked very, very well. Brazilian, not surprising. Awesome art. Lots of good art for Brazil. So, boom. So, yeah, out of that, we developed Obsidian Apocalypse, and it came, and the art was beautiful. And that book has a lot of just awesome art. It's my first book that, and this sounds funny, but if you're a graphic designer or a publisher, you'll get it. It's the first book that I'm actually really proud of. I'm like, this book is awesome. We did lots of good stuff in this. And there's lots of people who worked in this book. Just the name of people that even have it listed is not enough for all the people that worked in this book. It's a great book. I'm proud. I'm proud of that book. I'm very, very proud of that book. I have a copy of it in my bookshelf right over there, right next to Twilight. Actually, let me show you the cover since it's like I got them. Why not? One advantage of being in your own room. So like this is the cover, and we pull back so everybody can see them. This is the cover for Obsidian and Twilight. This is also this logo. Yeah, this logo is like my first. Oh, it's backwards here, but it's it's my first real attempt at like logo design and changing some stuff up and using some techniques. This wasn't perfect, but it was something I was trying. I didn't know anything about it because I wasn't really comfortable about doing logos. So I knew I wanted to develop something. So this is the first image we did. And it's very similar to the Wildcats picture I saw. A big vampiric lich facing off against our burned angel. You'll see the pictures inside look beautiful. Actually, I'll do 2 seconds. I'll steal a... Oh, this is in black and white. Once again, that's right. This book is in black and white. Well, this one is in color. See? Zombies attacking, crossbows in each hand, lovely wings, boom. Awesome, awesome piece. This one's in color, which I really, really like. Here's a character we made because of one of the big bad guys. Let me show this up for everybody. It's hard for me to see. Yeah, that was an awesome piece. Little bio-terror, little bio-horror there. That was good for you kids. Here's our vampiric lich. That's right. Vampiric lich. And we had to cut the wings down in this image. Usually this image, what I normally do is I put over 2 pages. It's huge. It's a huge piece. I love that piece. Good piece. Calix Sabinus. That was a good name. Who else? Oh, yes. Good Lord. Our awesome zombie. You might have seen this. Mummy. You might have seen this mummy before. This has been around Patreon and a couple pages. This is the mummy we did. I think I've even used it for other cool stuff. I love that picture of mummy. It's awesome. Alex, our regular artist, did that one for us. Was that Alex who did that? I think Alex did that one. And an angel, Zebediah. Got half his face burned off, half his wings burned off. Still some awesome stuff you could do. Yeah, this book is... I'm very proud of this book. This is an awesome, awesome book. I'm very, very happy. Without this book, I wouldn't have done the remake of New Exodus. There's a little fact a lot of people don't realize. Yeah, I love doing this book. It was really, really... I improved my graphic design on this. I improved my personal feelings on this. Great example. Here's a picture of Exalted. See the angel down here and the guy on the other side. We use the same technique. We use that same technique now with New Exodus. We give you a big picture of the character, and then the headshot will be on the opposite side. And it'd always be like male, female, male, female. So if the main picture, the big main picture is a female, the picture of the thing is a male, and goes back and forth and vice versa. And I'm very, very proud of that. I thought that was a cool idea. Okay, this is one picture. This is one where I'm not gonna lie. This is a total cheesecake picture, but it is an awesome piece of art. It's an awesome piece of art. It's cheesecake, but it's still an awesome piece of art. Let's not get past that thing. It's an awesome piece of art, but it is a lot of cheesecake. I can't deny that. And one of my favorite of all time creations right here. The Khmer, boom. I'll give a quick rundown. I was looking to do cool new races, and I didn't have a good idea because I didn't want to do. This is funny now. I didn't want to do typical like werewolves and stuff like that for this setting. I wanted to do some really cool races that were very, very unique and very, very different that you hadn't ever seen before. And like the Osarians were one, they were kind of important, but that was kind of a lame, not really lame, but just it could have been better. But the Khmer were one of the greatest ideas that I stole. 100%, I stole this idea. I'm gonna be totally unabashed about it. I love stealing it. When I thought about that would be brilliant. So reading Legions of Superheroes, of course, there's always good ideas. If you did not know this, read Legions of Superheroes. There's always a couple of good ideas you can steal from them constantly. So Legions of Superheroes, during their big run when Oliver Copiel, he's another artist. I'll put his link in here, but it's important to know about him. Was doing artwork on the book. He was doing art, and Dan Abnett, and what's the other guy's name, was doing the writing, and it was just good stuff. There's good stuff going on. See, I don't want to read the whole thing to you, but you guys are like, "Who is this guy? I gotta watch this more art." See, I said it's gonna be a short episode too. We're already 20 minutes in, so that should tell you right there. Yeah, that always happens around here. It's gonna be short. Never short. All right, so I'll put his link. I'm putting his Facebook link in so you can see some of his art. Of Oliver. So I've met him personally, actually. Well, last year, 2 years ago. It's been 2 or 3 years, but maybe 3 years ago, down here for a convention. Really cool guy, really cool artist. Love his work. He was doing this. So back to the story. So in Legion, they were doing this series, and they basically had this big guy, Macaulay, as the big bad guy. And you're like, wow, this guy's being a real pain. But it got revealed later that it wasn't really Macaulay. Well, Macaulay was actually in reality Ra's al Ghul, Ra's al Ghul, depending on how you pronounce it, Batman's old villain, and he'd survived like 1,000 years into the future by, of course, dipping in the Lazarus pit. But his body had basically got to a point where his essence wasn't even physical body; it just was his blood and the energies of the Lazarus pit. So he basically had cloned his body several times. He had hundreds and hundreds of clones, and his blood would seep into the clone body, activate it, and he'd walk around like that. So he basically was, he's fake. He was in a fake body. And I thought, wow, what a cool idea if people just got reduced to being sentient blood and they could just invade bodies and do that. So that kind of was the initial concept for the premiere. And we changed it a little bit more. We made it more psionic, and we made it possible they could, jump from body to body and even look like the body they'd taken over or look like their original body. So all of the premiere were beautiful looking, is what they say. They're beautiful looking, but really the body deteriorates over time as they use their abilities, their psionic abilities, and there you go. So yeah, one of the coolest races I ever came up with that I stole. I don't feel bad about stealing it because it was awesome. Sometimes you just do stuff that's awesome. Just it's okay to steal awesome stuff. It's not a crime. It's not a crime. Yeah, Dan Abnett and Andy Lanning, who are aka known as DNA, which are really, really good. Yeah, that run they did was awesome. Oh God, everybody doing that run was really, really good. It was just good time, good run, good work. And now, Oliver Cobbett does a lot of the major stuff for Marvel, done stuff for DC, but he did the original Civil War. I'm not gonna write that, damn it. Well, no, I'm not gonna do that. You've already seen the movie. I'm not gonna. The original Civil War was the one he drew, which is one of my favorite scenes where Captain America's escaping from S.H.I.E.L.D. No, that wasn't him. Oh my God, that wasn't him. I'm thinking of the end of that. Siege. Oh, look at that. Comic book fan, see, for a second, I almost made a mistake. I almost made a serious comic mistake. Whew, it's close. Caught me. Last second thought. Ooh. Sorry, guys. Guys, you were like, oh, he didn't do Civil War. I'm like, shut your pie hole. See, I saved myself. I know what I'm doing. I'm talking about these comics. You don't even know. I'm doing awesome stuff here. Anyway, you should check it out. There's a lot of good stuff out of Legion. I always tell people Legion of Superheroes has a lot of good ideas that you can mine and use in your fantasy games. And I have many times, over and over. And I always think it's good stuff. So that's it. All right, I'm done. I'm going to go do some other stuff, and then I'm going to go to bed. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm sorry it was such a quick episode. Like I said, long night, trick-or-treating, all this fun stuff. And, I'm barely awake as this, but I'm going to push my way through and keep doing some other stuff. So that's it. As always, thank you everybody for coming out. Swing on by. Okay, this is that right there. Swing on by our YouTube channel and subscribe, as it's important. We need you on YouTube. If you know any friends who have to subscribe, set them up to subscribe. They're going to love the channel. It's going to be good. It's always good. It's always interesting. So swing on by for that. And as always, thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow, and maybe there'll be cake. Maybe. I don't think so. Talk to you later.